Hi, I'm Lieber King with Louisiana Football TV Magazine. We have another great lineup tonight. We've got great guests. We've got Christian Bourgeois is coming up first, who's we're going to talk about his business and his former playing days at LSU with the baseball program and Santa Mall, and also coached at East Ascension at one point in his career. We've got the head football coach at McNeese State. We also have the head football coach from Evangel Christian in Shreveport, and his star quarterback. We're going to introduce all of these great guys in just a moment. You're watching Louisiana Football TV Magazine.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
Cooler days mean even hotter deals at Hebert's Town & Country, including our best-selling trucks. Save $10,500 off MSRP on 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorns. Get an additional $1,000 rebate if you own a competitive truck for a total savings of $11,500. During Jeep Adventure Days, save $5,250 off MSRP on 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes, only $21,500. Get them while they're hot at Hebert's Town & Country in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Welcome back to Louisiana Football TV Magazine. I want to promote our magazines from this past year. If you're watching in Louisiana or locally in Baton Rouge or Gonzales or the metro area here, our South Louisiana magazine's on the left. On the right is our North Louisiana magazine. It splits the state in two. If you can't find a magazine for some reason and your mom and dad watching tonight, or a grandparent or just a sports enthusiast, all the high schools are promoted in the state, all the colleges. You can go to our website, lafootballmagazine.com, to order the magazine. We are already working on our 219 preview, which will be 23 years as a family to put out our preview for Louisiana. We're excited about that. We're trying to figure out where we're going to do the cover shoot for South and North. We always do it at a different school every year in the state. But I want to go ahead and introduce someone who actually is a part of our magazine, a sponsor, and has a great business. Christian Bourgeois. Christian, thank you for joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
You own Bourgeois Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab.
That's right.
And tell everybody that is in the Baton Rouge area, in Gonzales and Ascension Parish, where they can find you. And I mean, you're on the cutting edge as one of the young top PTs in Baton Rouge, the Gonzales area. So.
Yeah, well, we're located in Prairieville. So what happened was we purchased an old daycare. We renovated, put in a lot of hard work to just go ahead and build the business that I wanted to build. I wanted to be able to do physical therapy a certain way, and I've been able to do that. So
You're hands-on with a lot of athletes.
yes.
You see, I've noticed you've got soccer players, you got softball, football, a lot of East Ascension football players come to see you.
Yeah, we had a number of East Ascension football players. We've had a lot of athletes from Santa Monica High as well, and we've had some athletes from Dutchtown. So that's one of the things we're trying to specialize in is providing just great care to a lot of these young athletes. Because I was an athlete and I know what they're going through, and they're just fun to work with.
And getting to that lets me go into your background. If I was an athlete, I would want to come to you because you played baseball at the highest level. You went to LSU and played for the legendary Skip Bertman.
Sure did, yep.
You signed as a first baseman, but you ended up playing outfield. You know how that works in college.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not 6'3", 200-something pounds,
Right.
5'11". Went first practice at first base, and coach kind of pulled me aside and said, "Hey, look, you're too fast to play first base. We're gonna put you in the outfield." And so after
The
that, I
rest
moved
was
to the outfield.
history.
The rest was history. That's right.
You got 2 national championship rings. That's not bad.
Yeah.
You got a state championship ring as an assistant with East Ascension baseball,
Yeah, I was an assistant coach at East Ascension High School in 2003.
and you won one as a player at Santa Monica.
I was actually on 2 state championship teams at Santa
Santa
Monica.
Monica.
So
Man,
in
you've
'94,
had a, you've
yeah,
had a
'94
life
and '95,
baseball-wise.
yeah.
What was it like winning that first championship at Santa Monica in baseball? What was that like for you as a kid back then? What was that?
You know, growing up, I mean, I have earliest memories of going to Santa Monica High football games, and so that's kind of where that love of Santa Monica came, and then got into baseball, and baseball really became one of my favorite sports, and I always had that goal of playing for the Santa Monica High baseball team. Then they started to have some success, won a couple of state championships prior to when I started playing, and then I knew we had the talent to continue that tradition. And it was a thrill to be part of it. I'm
Great
not gonna
players have come out of Andy Sheets, Ben Sheets,
lie. Yep. Ben and I were classmates. So.
Jason Williams.
Yep, Jason.
A lot of good players come out of there. And then one went pro this past year, Blaine Elo. Went
Yep.
pro baseball at a high school from Santa Monica.
Yeah, Reed Brignac played at Santa
Brignac,
Monica High too.
lot
He
of
was in the
talent.
big leagues for a while. Yep.
And we've got some pictures of your company, Christian. We're going to go ahead and try and put those up and some videos. This is your place right here. Tell everybody about what we have here.
Yeah, so that's one of our therapists. First was Keish, and that's me. We're working with some young athletes, just trying to teach them agility, speed, fundamentals. You know, just trying to do what we can to make them better athletes.
We're going to continue on here. I mean, this is good stuff. I mean, you're hands-on, and I've come in there to wait on to talk to you, seeing you with. You're always busy. I mean, you're always seeing someone, always working with someone, and you can tell it's community. It's they're you know that's.
Yeah, one of our goals is to build a family fun atmosphere. You
Yeah.
know, we wanted our patients to feel more like just patients. We want them to feel like family, that they were valued. And so that's one of our goals is to, you know, treat them how they deserve to be treated.
Christian, give out your phone number if they want to call your office for an appointment. The number to call.
Yeah, our number is 225-744-4878. Again, we're located in Prairieville. We have a great location.
And the address again?
The address is 17135 Ronald Road. Again, Prairieville, 70737.
Before we go, tell everybody about LSU baseball. What's your thoughts on this team, the new team?
I think this new team could be something special. There's a lot of young freshmen that I think are going to do really well for us. And, you know, there's always going to be some freshman jitters, but I think as they continue to play, those kids are going to get a lot better. And I really look forward to seeing how the team is going to gel and hopefully make a good run toward the College World
We've
Series.
got a minute left. What is your thoughts on baseball, Santa Monica, EA, Dutchtown? A lot of talent coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we always have a lot of talent in Ascension Parish. Baseball is one of the, you know, strong suits of the parish. Kids love it. There's always a lot of talent coming through there, so definitely looking forward to seeing how they do.
Support Bourgeois Physical Therapy. I mean, they did the back cover of our magazine.
Yeah.
People will know that. All the mom and dads see that. They're supportive of us, and they're supporting you guys, all the kids out there that are coming up. And any last thoughts that you want to talk about sports-wise, or your clinic or anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to talk about my clinic a little bit. You know, like I said, we really try to focus on working with young athletes. Our goal is to get them better, not only athletically, but, you know, we try to be mentors and help them to be better people as well.
You have one kid who signed with Louisiana Tech, I know that you're proud of, that has been coming to you, Deshaun Hall.
Yeah, Deshaun Hall. Yeah,
East Ascension.
Yeah, East Ascension High. Really good kid. Look forward to seeing how he's going to do up there in La Tech.
Christian, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for your support, and people support Bourgeois Physical Therapy and Rehab. We'll be back in just a moment.
Cooler days mean even hotter deals at Bears Town & Country, including our best-selling trucks. Save $10,500 off MSRP on 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorns. Get an additional $1,000 rebate if you own a competitive truck for a total savings of $11,500. During Jeep Adventure Days, save $5,250 off MSRP on 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes, only $21,500. Get them while they're hot at Bears Town & Country in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Welcome back, Louisiana Football TV Magazine. Lee Burkeen, your host. I want to thank former Michigan star Drew Dillio, who's now a State Farm agent in Baton Rouge on O'Neill Lane. Drew, it's crazy. We did his highlight tape 17 years ago, and got an offer from Stanford, and I remember Tulane, and then Michigan. Big Blue offered him. He played sk position at slot receiver. It was a great player. Support Drew Dillio. Again, he's a big sponsor of our show here in Baton Rouge. I want to introduce one of the great young coaches in the United States, not just Louisiana, the new head coach at McNeese State in Lake Charles, Sterlin Gilbert, who's got a great resume. I mean, this man was an assistant at the University of Texas, at South Florida, longtime Texas high school coach, and did a lot of great things in Texas, Temple High School. There were some other high schools we'll talk about with Sterlin. But Sterlin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Really excited about being on and excited about, being throughout the state.
You know, there's a tie here that you just never know until you talk in what I call our little green room. And Byron Dawson, who's going to be on later, the head coach from Evangel Christian, great guy, known for years. We're talking about Louisiana players and Texas players, me, you, and Byron. And your real estate agent, when you were in Texas at UT, was a former Evangel Christian teammate of Byron Dawson's, his buddy, his best friend, Stevie Lee.
Yeah, small world.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, small world and just, interesting, but obviously just, everything's built on relations, and it's nice to be able to tie people together.
You coached Jimmy, how do you say his last name?
Garoppolo.
Who's, had a great career with, the Patriots, was such a great player that San Francisco spent big money, gave up a lot of draft picks to get him. Got hurt. I know he'll be back and be okay, but was he the most talented quarterback that you coached, or was there others?
He's special. He's special, and you know, obviously when the Patriots took him, that they took him for a reason, and those guys do a great job evaluating quarterbacks, and was able to sit behind, you know, Tom Brady and learn a lot of things. And then obviously what San Fran did with him, and you know, unfortunate about his injury this year, but he's you know, he is coming back. He's healthy. I know he's been working hard, but you know, he's a special kid, and he's probably the most accurate quarterback that I've ever coached. But a guy that just worked extremely hard, had great work ethic, and you know, was a winner. So,
Coach, what's in the water in Austin, Texas, at Westlake? Drew Brees, Nick Foles, and now Sam Eflinger, the quarterback from Texas.
No, they produced some really good ones, and you know, they've had a string of those guys. You know, Todd Dodge, the head coach there, does a great job developing those guys. But yeah, you know, I guess there's some quarterback juju in there, you know.
Right.
And you know, they've put out some guys.
I know LSU. You were one of their candidates not too long ago when they had hired Matt Canada. You were one of the names that came up at South Florida. Did a great job at South Florida. And what was your thoughts? I mean, that had to make you feel good that your name was coming up with all the jobs, and then for McNeese State to get you. I mean, one of the great young coordinators. I mean, what's the feel in Lake Charles? They got to be. They're
excited.
serious.
You know,
they're serious.
They're
over
passionate about football, and just excited. I mean, we're excited about it. Excited to be invested in the community right now, and you know, more importantly, just in the state of Louisiana. And you know, just talking to Coach Byron, and you know, just we're about to get out here after spring ball and get on the road and start recruiting and spring recruiting and seeing coaches. You know, we got a coaches clinic coming up. Just being able to get people on our campus and put my staff and myself in front of high school coaches. And but it's exciting. You know, Lake Charles is a great place, great community, a place that loves football, passionate about Cowboy football. So you know, we're not far off from August being here.
They got a big club, quarterback club over there. They take it serious. I've spoken to that club, and they have 400 or 500 men that come out. I mean, that's like a D1 alumni group.
No, there is. The support's great. The support's there. It's a great group of men and women as well that, you know, they're just invested in kids, and then that's their whole purpose is to help our program and help our programs there at McNeese run and you know, run efficiently, and those people do a great job.
Coach, every coach has a different recruiting philosophy. Things change every 5-10 years, and I know Louisiana is always going to be first for you, and obviously the Lake Charles area. And you have a lot of kids on the team from Welsh and Barb and from the whole area, Sulphur, a few kids from Sulphur. But what's your strategy outside of Louisiana? I mean, I know you got your Texas ties that run real deep, but any certain philosophy that you have as a coach? I know we can't talk about recruits, but recruiting.
No, absolutely. I mean, number one, it's going to start in the state of Louisiana, and that's the thing we're excited about. You know, when we got hired, you get hired, you know, kind of late. There was only a week left in that December signing, and which has changed a little, you know, things recruiting-wise. So we were able to have some guys committed and signed then, and then we had a few left over right there in January to sign in February. So we got on the road and you know, went and recruited and you know, signed a really good class. But you know, it's going to be with relationships and evaluation. You know, getting to know people, getting to know high school coaches, getting to know the kids. You know, we're talking about LSU and with Coach O. I mean, we're going to be with LSU quite a bit this summer at their camps, and just being able to evaluate and put our eyes on kids. And that's the number one thing for us in the state of Louisiana, as well being in Texas, is just getting my staff and myself around high school coaches, around kids, and you know, evaluating them and seeing, you know, who we're excited about and that can come play for us.
Coach was a former two-time All-State quarterback at San Angelo, Texas. Was a big-time quarterback in college. We're going to talk more about that later in the show. We're going to get Byron Dawson on. Then we're going to bring Byron and Coach together. That ought to be fun. We're going to have the head coach, Sterlin Gilbert, from McNeese State with Byron. Byron's going to come on solo. We're going to bring Coach right back, talk more about McNeese State. We'll be right back.
The The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Cooler days mean even hotter deals at Bears Town & Country, including our best-selling trucks. Save $10,500 off MSRP on 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorns. Get an additional $1,000 rebate if you own a competitive truck for a total savings of $11,500. During Jeep Adventure Days, save $5,250 off MSRP on 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes, only $21,500. Get them while they're hot at Bears Town & Country in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
Welcome back, Lee Burkeen, Louisiana Football Magazine. Be sure to check out Superior Grill. Coach, when you're in town recruiting, it's the best Mexican food in the state. They're in New Orleans on St. Charles Avenue, in Baton Rouge on Government Street, Highland Road now, and also in Shreveport, Line Avenue. But getting back to Coach Sterlin, Gilbert, the new head coach, McNeese State Cowboys, one of the better programs over the last 30 years in the Southland Conference, which has some stiff competition. Lamar, Incarnate Word now is a big-time program. Stephen F. Austin, the Texas schools, Sam Houston, Powerhouse, Southeastern, Northwestern State, Nicholls State. Coach, it's competitive.
Yeah, every Saturday you better show up to play. And, it's been that way for a long time, and that conference, a great conference. But yeah, every Saturday you better show up to play, and great coaches and great players in the conference.
What's the key to overtaking, the throne of the Sam Houstons of the world? I mean, they have just had it locked and loaded, being the guy in the conference.
Yeah.
And they do get some of these D1 Texas transfers, but it's unique though that there's some great players in 1AA.
100% there is.
There's some great players.
Yeah, there is, and just being able to fill a team with talented kids and good kids, and then having a staff that with a high level of coaching and being able to mesh those two and put a great product on the field.
West Texas native. Football, when I was growing up in the 80s, I looked at Texas, besides Tommy Kramer, who went to Cowboys and the Vikings, they didn't throw the ball in Texas in the 80s. I mean, it was just like 1, 2, 3, run, punt. And it was like that in Louisiana. It was like that, except the West Coast maybe. But in the 90s, it was still more of a run. And then 2000s came. And Coach, you said about 2007, it really went big time in the state of Texas, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to reach back. I'm going to go with one of my Louisiana ties. So my head coach in high school was a guy named Kyle Gandy that played at Louisiana Tech. And they were chunking around when Coach was at Louisiana Tech. And he he comes back to Texas. His dad was a longtime head high school coach there, Dan Gandy. And Coach starts throwing around. Had a guy named Shea Marines when he was at San Antonio Central. This was in the early 90s. And then, when I was playing. And, we were chunking around. And I think that turn, in Texas started with some teams there in the early 90s. And then obviously as you fast forward to, 08, 09, 10, somewhere around in there is when you really start to see that really change and a pivotal change with it. And I think a lot of it had to be built on 7-on-7. And you know, that the first time that happened in Texas was actually my senior year in high school, which was '96. Was the first 7-on-7 meet, which was held in Austin. So I think ever since then, it just has evolved to what it is today. And you know, and across the country. I mean, you just look up, and if you watch 10 quarterbacks right now, for the most part, probably 9 or 10 out of 10 are going to be spread quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of something that's you know, throughout the country.
When your friend was at Tech, I'll guarantee it was Tim Rattay days.
Yeah.
Tim Rattay was chunking
He
it,
was
man.
chunking it around.
And
He was
everybody
chunking
said,
it
man,
around.
Tech, they are just crazy to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And now it's normal.
Yeah, no doubt. It is, and you know, the trigger man's the whole key with that. You know, just kind of take the Super Bowl this past year with those two guys that are really talented, and it really trickles all the way down through college football and obviously in high school football as well.
So college fans just want to win. They don't care what you run. McNeese, you a little more throwing, maybe? A little
You know,
more?
we're gonna do what we've done here in the past, and you know, we've been pretty balanced. You know, being able to do the things that we've done, chunk it around and run the football. You know, I know a couple years ago we were 6th in the country in total offense. You know, 9th in rushing, 10th in points. So we like to be pretty balanced with what we do, but you know, we also like throwing the ball down the field.
And you know, there's a fine line between saying you're an RPO spread offense only team and then, like you said, balanced. I think a lot of teams are balanced that just use spread. Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, I think the word, you know, balance just means different things to different people. And I don't necessarily mean it's 12 passes, 12 runs. It's just,
Right.
you know, with those RPOs is really the balance is trying to get your good people the ball.
maybe
You
the
know,
matchup.
Yeah, the matchups and just making sure at the end of the day you feel good about, you know, your guys. You want to get the football that they've touched it, you know, X amount of times, and you know, at the end of the game, then you know, you see how that worked out.
Sterlin, Coach, did you recruit a lot in Louisiana for South Florida or UT? Did you have any?
You know, when I was at Texas, we did. We came down here and signed quite a few kids. When I was at Texas, when being at South Florida, we didn't reach over here to Louisiana. But yeah, when I was at Texas, we did.
They've got some good players at UT now from Louisiana. Malcolm Roach, good
Yeah, Malcolm
defensive
was
end.
one of them. Yeah.
Know his daddy, great guy. His daddy was an All-American at Grambling and played at Capitol. They've got a defensive tackle from Destrehan that's going to probably start this year. And they've got a couple of other ones that one's coming in. He's already signed. I can say it, from Manny High School, a big Myron Warren, a big defensive end. But other than, I mean, you haven't been at McNeese long enough to even try all the food, right?
I haven't. I've been able to. There's a few places.
The seafood.
Yeah, I've had Daryl, so you know that kind of makes me an official, you know, person living in Lake Charles that I've had Daryl's.
Seafood Palace?
I have not been to Seafood Palace yet, but you know, I do have a list, and obviously a lot of those need to get checked off here soon.
But Coach, I'm going to tell you, I stop in Seafood Palace every time I come back from Houston. If you go there, you're going to sign a lot of autographs because that is a McNeese LSU hangout. You can find out anything that's going on in Lake Charles.
Go in there.
In football.
Oh yeah.
Seafood
Well, the crawfish
Palace.
are moving right now, and you know, there's a lot of people obviously in town. Mr. Bill's a great place as well. So, you know, there's several places I've been able to eat at. But great food, great people there in Lake Charles.
What do you think of the personnel that you have inherited, the players coming in?
You know, we're excited about it. I mean, number one right now is just about our culture. Those are the first things that we go in there and try to establish, that we're in the process of establishing. La Familia is our deal. It's about us. It's about our family. It's the foundation of who we are. Learning trust, accountability, you know, sacrifice with each other. And then we're getting into spring ball here in March, starting March the 12th. And that's when we'll really be able to find out our football team. Just skill set wise, where guys fit, where we want to put guys, and how that's going to fit up.
The old spring of experimentation. Can he play tight end? Can he play D end? Is he an O lineman, D lineman? Is he a safety or corner, man?
That's
it. Coach, we're going to bring you back. We're bringing Byron in, but we're going to have some fun. When you come back, we're going to bring up Ed Archeron. I know you have both his boys on your team, two of his sons.
Yeah.
They're pretty good football players.
They are really good football players, great kids, and you know, we're excited those guys are with us.
Coach, we'll have you back in a moment. It's Coach Sterlin Gilbert, new head coach to McNeese. We're going to bring on Byron Dawson next. We'll be right back.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
Cooler days mean even hotter deals at Bearstown & Country, including our best-selling trucks. Save $10,500 off MSRP on 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorns. Get an additional $1,000 rebate if you own a competitive truck for a total savings of $11,500. During Jeep Adventure Days, save $5,250 off MSRP on 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes, only $21,500. Get them while they're hot at Bearstown & Country in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Welcome back, Lee Burkeen, Louisiana Football TV Magazine. We're going to bring Coach Sterlin Gilbert back on with Coach Byron Dawson, Evangel Christian from McNeese State. We're going to have a good time. I mean, he coaches two of Ed Orgeron's sons. Wow. One's a quarterback, one's a receiver. Interesting history those kids had. One was a tennis player in high school, too, at Mandeville that became a quarterback. But I want to introduce, and he's a longtime friend. Remember when he was in high school and I went to a game at Evangel to go see players play, and back in a time when that's what you did. You went to the game, stay the whole game, evaluate. And I remember Byron and Stevie Lee, the late Cole Pittman, and Philip Geiger, the BB that went to UT. We've been saying UT a lot. UT was big back then with
Yes,
Evangel.
it was.
But Byron, thanks for joining us again. I mean,
Thank
this
you
is
so
maybe
much.
your fourth, fifth time on the show.
Oh yeah, it's great. And Lee, as always, you've done a great job in the state promoting kids and pushing football, and I'm just happy to be here.
All the way from Shreveport, Louisiana.
That's right.
Your wife is from Baton Rouge.
That's right.
So you're, just for the Baton Rouge audience, you still come down a lot.
Yeah. Man, I'm making that track a lot, and it's a fun track, and have roots here, and played for the Tigers, and had a great career there, and so it's just always good to come back to Baton Rouge.
I remember visiting with you like week 8 or 9 this past football season, and I brought you one of these Louisiana seasons, and the first thing you said was, I know the Pizzolatas. I used
That's
to, you
right.
were at Redemptor's for a long time.
Yes, and that family was great supporters of the school, and Tony's was right across the street, so yeah, spent some time over
I
there.
said, did you want, yeah, I want the.
Yeah, for sure.
Your current team, we've got some film on one of your top junior quarterbacks, Blake Shapen, but we want to show film on your senior big-time sleeper running back.
Right.
Taji Sloan, big time.
Yes.
I
big time.
agree with that, not just because I know you,
Right.
but his ability from his junior year to his senior year. Most guys top out their junior year, but this is your guy here. What a compact, power,
Yes.
vision,
Yeah.
strong, determined kid.
Complete running back, and we've had a great tradition of having superb tailbacks come through Evangel, but this is probably the best we've had in our school history, and it didn't matter who we were playing, top-ranked, national-ranked teams from all over the country. He was the same. He was consistent.
Strong legs.
Yes, good balance, just as fast sideways as he would be going forward, and so I think that whoever gets this kid is going to get a big time
Look at
player.
that. Most guys go down. He takes that hit. He
Yeah,
just keeps
great
going.
balance and speed, and he has a gear to, you know, take it to the house once he
Still
breaks.
unsigned.
Yeah, still unsigned. So, you know, it's going to be a great opportunity for Tamaj for sure.
And he carries his weight really well, Byron. I mean, pushing 200 pounds.
Yes, and carries it well and strong
Against
kid.
Bird, the game I went to this year
Yep,
to see you
great,
play.
great in the weight room. He averaged 12.5 yards a touch.
This was the run. I'm on the sidelines. I'm going,
Yes.
whoa, okay.
Right, yeah, and quality competition. This is North Little Rock that you're watching right there. A couple of shots before that was Duncanville, Texas, state runner-ups in 6A, Texas.
Now, he's got the Kevin Falk built, not tall, but who
Right.
cares?
Yeah.
I mean, special. He's a special
Oh yeah,
player.
Kevin Falk was one of my teammates in college. He was amazing with the ball in his hand. And so yeah.
And Coach, nobody wants to play your school non-district.
Right.
So it's all national top 10 teams.
That's right.
It's amazing the teams y'all play. East St. Louis High
Yes.
from Illinois.
Right. Yeah.
They come
East-
down, number 1 in Illinois. and
Yes. We
Top
played.
Duncanville, Texas.
Yeah. St. Joseph Prep, Philadelphia,
Philadelphia,
Pennsylvania
I
comes
mean.
in and plays, flies in, and so you know this is something fun for our kids to have that experience, and parents. You know, you kind of get that Division I college feel in high school. You know, 2 years in a row we played Allen, Texas, $60 million stadium, most expensive high school
Built it
stadium in the
again.
world. Yeah, high school stadium in the world. And to go on that, to play in front of tens of thousands of fans, that was big time.
Now we want to show off your junior quarterback, Blake Shapen, who's 220 guy.
Yes.
For parents out there, he's got another year. He's also a top baseball prospect, but he really came on this year, Coach.
Yes, he did. Denny Duran did a great job of just training him and cultivating his tool set and just getting him, taking his game to a whole nother level. But he has an amazing arm.
He can sling it. That's Ruffins, who's still available too. Your stud slot receiver.
That's right.
He can throw the out pass.
Yes, he can make any throw
Inside, outside.
at any time. He has a real quick release. He's considered one of the top-ranked shortstops in the country. Several Power 5
That's a hard
offers in
pass to
baseball.
throw, Byron, as you know.
Oh yes, for sure. And
Timing pass at the line of scrimmage.
yes, and he has one of the best arms we've had to come through our school.
What do you think his upside is, Byron, compared to all John David Booty, Josh Booty, Brent Rawls, all those guys? How would you?
Well, I just think Blake he's very accurate and he has a quick release. And we've had several college coaches and scouts to talk about his release, and the word that they use is freakish, you know, kind of freaky release, that he can get the ball out of his hand that fast with that type of velocity behind it, and he's not pushing the ball.
Yeah, not pushing it, can, easily throw it 40, 50 yards without just flicking the wrist.
That's right.
Not many high school kids can do that. We're going to have Blake on later in the show to talk to us. He'll be the final segment. Byron, we got about 10 seconds left, but we're going to come back.
Sure.
We're going to have you and Coach Gilbert together. We're going to have some fun.
Perfect.
We're going to keep promoting McNeese State, Evangel Christian.
That's right.
We'll be right back in just a moment.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
Cooler days mean even hotter deals at Bears Town & Country, including our best-selling trucks. Save $10,500 off MSRP on 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorns. Get an additional $1,000 rebate if you own a competitive truck for a total savings of $11,500. During Jeep Adventure Days, save $5,250 off MSRP on 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes, only $21,500. Get them while they're hot at Hebert's Town & Country in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
Welcome back, Lee Burkeen, Louisiana Football TV magazine. We were talking to Coach Byron Dawson. His senior running back, Sloan, is phenomenal. But we're going to get back with Coach Sterlin Gilbert from McNeese State and talk about McNeese. And I want to go ahead and get some questions in because, you know, Baton Rouge is where we air the show. But it goes to Shreveport, it goes to Lake Charles, goes all over the state. But you have, it's very unique that you got a current head coach at LSU. You get the McNeese job, and you got your quarterback, his dad's the LSU head coach. I mean, and then you got a receiver who's a pretty good receiver who's his other son.
Yeah.
Talk about the two Orgeron kids.
Yeah, two great kids. You know, we're obviously very excited, just kind of what we were talking about with spring ball, excited to get those guys on the field and see exactly their skill set and, you know, how we're going to utilize them. But Coach O, he's been great. You know, since I got the job and been able to talk to him several times, and those guys been, you know, their hospitality's been great for myself and my staff at LSU, the accessibility that they've given us. So, you know, really excited about that relationship, and obviously, you know, when you got a guy, two of his boys are on your team, and you know, you're able to reach out to him and you know, get any kind of information or advice is always you know, crucial as well. So very excited about that relationship.
Coach, anything in the works to work together with LSU for some camps? I know we can't talk about recruits, but camps in general?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be with those guys the vast majority of the summer. So, you know, I know we're going to start with the one that's with Tulane there in May, and then we'll be with those guys quite a bit at all their camps on their campuses. So it gives us an opportunity, number one, to be around the kids and evaluate and see it, and high school coaches as well. So we're real excited about that.
What about the upside of Cody at quarterback for you? I mean, what do you think of where he's at right now?
Yeah, you know, it's early right now. You know, just waiting to get to March 12th, the first day of spring practice, and see those guys slinging around. And those guys are working really hard right now, as a lot of his teammates are as well. But just excited to, you know, put the pads on and go slinging around and just see exactly where we are and where we need to be.
Byron, you got spring around the corner in the block too. I mean, you get about a month off to relax, and then bam, you're right at it again.
Yeah, and you know, the big thing is just working on fundamentals, getting better at the little things, and watching guys grow, you know, going out there and taking care of business. You know, off season is important also. You know, guys in the weight room working on their strength, getting strong and getting quicker and faster.
You know, the state championships have always been played at the Dome. Any thoughts on your opinion on it, Byron, about to stay at the Dome or not the Dome? I mean,
well, you know, the Dome was always a target. You know, that's one of the greatest venues in the world to play football in. And so it was very disappointing to lose that. But, you know, one thing that we teach our kid is focus on the things you can't control. And that's something that we can't control. Right. But, you know, we can control getting better every day, taking care of our business in the classroom, and focus on getting scholarships and winning championships, and so that's what we're focused on.
Coach, for a college coach, it's going to be a little different now because all championships are not going to be in one place. And it's hard enough to get to a place and see everybody, and then you it's all going on at the same time. You know, it might be that way this year where all your championships are at different schools. That's got to be something. That's a whole new boardroom meeting there with your staff.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have to have a plan and split guys up. But just like Coach saying, You know, it's kind of unfortunate because it's to use coach's word, it's a target.
Right.
You know, when you sit down there with your kids right now in the off season, you know, that's your target to get to the dome.
Right.
And you know, so you're obviously going to have to change. You know, from our perspective, being able to see those games and stuff will change that a little bit. But you know, for the high school coaches and for the kids, I mean, ultimately, you know, they're still going to be battling to get to that game. You know.
The Texas coaches, Coach Gilbert, what do you think about the way it's aligned for them now in Jerry's World Stadium and, you know, in Dallas Cowboys Stadium? They play the high school championships. Do you like that venue?
Yeah, it's you know, it's a great venue. Just like Coach said, I think it's you know, same way in Texas as guys talk about. You know, as you in Louisiana talking about getting to the dome there, they talk about getting to Texas Stadium, and I think it's always the last place you want to be. And if you're playing in that place in that stadium, you know, in December, then you've done a lot of things right. So I think it's a great venue. You know, I like how it's set up when everybody's there, and you know, they start those games I think on Wednesday or Thursday with the 6-man games first, and then going all the way up. I mean, it just brings community together. You know, kind of the state together, and allows people to go, you know, sit and watch a lot of football in one day.
Record crowds, man, in 2 states.
Sure.
I mean,
100%.
you know, no offense to the small states that we have in the United States, but Louisiana and Texas, they're king.
Right.
You know, I know Alabama's pretty good, but I still don't think it's anywhere near Texas and Louisiana. And man, Texas is like 8 states, and when they come together, it's incredible. And Louisiana's about 5% the size of Texas, and it's amazing the people that love football in Louisiana and Texas. Byron, anything you like to see change in the future, from refereeing to scheduling to off-season? Anything change to better the coaches, the kids in the future?
Well, you know, I just think that, you know, more transparency, more information is always good. I know there's a lot of things that can always improve, and so, you know, for us, you know, we just wanna go out and compete, get better. I know we've had some issues scheduling games, and so that's always a tough challenge every year, and it costs us a lot of money to travel and go around and find teams to play. And so, you know, those are the areas that I like to see some improvement in for sure.
Second thought. Coach, you have a pretty difficult non-conference opponent coming up, Oklahoma State. You're familiar with those guys?
Yeah, we played those guys, you know, when I was at Texas, and you know, Coach
Stillwater.
Gundy, yeah, and those guys have done a great job. So it's a you know, tough venue to play in there at Stillwater, but you know, we're just excited about getting the spring ball, and I mean, we're going to take them 1 week at a time. You know, we open up with Southern at home. You know, that'll be our #1 priority, and where we start the season at.
So what are you most excited about, Coach, when it comes to football? I mean, you've been a quarterback your whole life. You've coached. I mean, you never left the game. What do you love most about football?
Just the competitive nature of it. You know, you get us an opportunity to bring out the best in people, bring out the best in kids, and then just, you know, from a coach's standpoint, just being able to daily have an influence on young people. And, you know, ultimately with what we do, I mean, that's our job, just helping young people win. And every day we've got that opportunity, we've got that influence, and to be a, you know, a high school coach, to be a college coach, I mean, I think it's a great time. It's a very special time, and a time that couldn't, you know, be better to be that. When you got coach in front of your name, you know, it's unique, it's special, and you know, every day you got an opportunity to influence and help somebody change, and you know, that's what we do on a daily basis, just as coach and his staff does. So, you know, it's just in you, it's in your blood, and it's hard to get out, you know.
Yeah, and Coach, I know you're going to do a great job. The Cowboy fans are ecstatic right now. They are fired up. Everybody I know from McNeese, I got a few McNeese friends, they are just pumped that you have been hired as their new coach. Good luck to you this year. Byron, good luck to you with Evangel coming up. It's always tough, but it's always fun.
That's right.
And
For sure.
y'all not going to leave empty-handed. Louisiana Fish Fry and Superior Grill gift certificates. We got one more segment with our star recruit. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
We are Marketplace Chevrolet Buick for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and certified full service on any make and model. We are rooted in our community, trusted by the citizens, like Dominic Holder, who recently shopped Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Super friendly staff, honest. They asked a lot of questions to make sure to get me in the right truck. The fastest service I've ever had in a car purchase, and a wicked deal on top of everything. Why are you still listening to me? Go to Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
I-49 Stonewall exit. Marketplace Chevrolet Buick.
Cooler days mean even hotter deals at Hebert's Town & Country, including our best-selling trucks. Save $10,500 off MSRP on 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorns. Get an additional $1,000 rebate if you own a competitive truck for a total savings of $11,500. During Jeep Adventure Days, save $5,250 off MSRP on 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes, only $21,500. Get them while they're hot at Hebert's Town & Country in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
The 2018 Subaru Forester at Harvey Subaru is the best way to get where you've always wanted to go. With road gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 32 miles per gallon, with 8.7 inches of ground clearance plus available X mode. And Subaru has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2017 according to Kelley Blue Book. That's peace of mind, wherever the road takes you. Get a 2018 Subaru Forester for $229 a month, including 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit Harvey Subaru today.
Welcome back. I want to thank the Writer Clinic. They sponsor our Recruit of the Week segment so we can show the film every week of our recruit. Our recruit this week is Blake Shapen, who's a 220 quarterback from Evangel Christian in Shreveport. Blake has a cannon arm. He's being coveted by not just football, but all those baseball coaches in America. Blake, thanks for joining us, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All the way from Shreveport, Louisiana, and your dad, man, y'all originally from California, so you've got West Coast ties there. Your dad's from California, your parents?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. He's from California. I'm from Shreveport, but yeah, he grew up a surfer, so.
There you go,
yeah.
Surfer all the way to Shreveport, and now, what's your thoughts about baseball, football? I mean, you're a very good quarterback, man. You're one of the top quarterbacks, I think, in the country next year. Mm-hmm. And then there's baseball, so. Yeah. How do you juggle those two? How it's
right now I kind of like both the same, so I'm kind of just working both like how I would I don't know, just working out the same like I would for football or for baseball, so just kind of keeping it the same right now.
Your freshman year in high school, you were offered by a major D1 baseball program. Mm-hmm. Who was that program?
It was LSU.
Freshman in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You were
yes, sir.
what, 14, 13?
I was 15.
Unbelievable,
yes,
man.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And you said you like football just as much.
Mm-hmm. I like football pretty much the same. Football brings like a different, like I guess, mentality to it. Baseball is kind of more of a slower game. Football is more kind of up pace and moves faster, so gets my adrenaline going.
Here's a question for you, and if you need more time to think about it, we'll go back to it. But who is your favorite baseball, football athlete that did each? It made it work.
Probably Deion Sanders, maybe.
Deion.
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you think about Kyler Murray?
I like Kyler Murray a lot. So.
And he chose football.
He chose football, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody said it was going to be MLB, and in the end, he must have consulted the Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson. Because Russell at 5, 9, 10,
yes.
He's made a great career. Now you're 6'1" and some change,
yes, sir.
And you have a chance to go anywhere you want, probably for football or baseball. We're going to get some more highlights. We showed some earlier, but let's get Blake Shapen's highlights up. We want to show some more film. And look, talk about who you're playing and in the film when it comes up, and what you think you need to work on. But we're going to go ahead and bring that film up for Blake Shapen, Evangel Christian, 220.
This is John Curtis right here.
That was the playoffs, right?
Yeah, it was playoffs. right here.
Man, that was a heck of
Semifinal
a
game.
throw over the middle. Scrambling out.
Same, John Curtis.
You've got the feet in the pocket, man. That's a very underrated part of your game, I think.
Yes, sir.
Setting your feet, man. You're calm too. Coach Dawson, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
calm presence to him.
Yes, calm, present, ice water in his veins. You know, great leader on and off the field. Does a great job in the classroom, high character guy.
You flick the wrist here on that out pass. It's hard to throw.
Yes, sir. There's a bubble screen right there.
Good touch over the shoulder throw in the end zone. And look, I know that that was a very tough loss for Coach Dawson, you and the whole team, but you got a year left.
Yes, sir.
And so you
Yeah.
and you guys, you got a lot of good talent coming back.
Yeah.
That's right.
Moving
And
on.
y'all have a chance to be in this again to get to the
For sure.
state championship game.
For sure.
Man, that's wanting it, you know,
Yeah.
running the ball. But this is a part of your game I don't think people see unless they go watch you play. Your feet,
sir.
your scrambling ability. Byron, I think they sometimes that's maybe lost in all this.
Oh, yeah,
If you
for
don't
sure.
run a 4.5, they don't think you can
Right.
move around in the pocket.
Yeah, but you know, to have the poise that he has and the presence, that's rare, for sure.
So what do you like most about football, Blake, besides being a competitor? I mean, I know that you compete. What do you need to work on? I mean, your arm's strong. I mean, you've got touch now. I mean, you move well. But what's the number one thing you think you need to keep?
I want to grow more on the mental side of the game. I mean, I already know some stuff, but I want to know some more about different coverages and what's the best beater in that coverage or whatever. And I definitely want to get faster too.
So it's early, but we'll have fun with this. Real quick, tell me who you like in baseball. If baseball ended tomorrow for recruiting, who do you like in baseball, college-wise? If you want to throw out a couple of guys, that's fine.
All right. I guess LSU, Auburn, Arkansas right now.
And then football.
I can't tell you. It's hard.
Right,
I
wide
mean,
open. And they all want to work with you with the two sports, right? They all
yeah,
want to work
yeah,
with
they
you.
do. Yeah. So.
Blake, best of luck to you, man. You're going to do a great job. You got a year left. You're just coming into your own. I mean, last year was your first real full year of really throwing it a lot. Sophomore, you played a little bit, but
Right.
Byron, congratulations. I know
Thank
you're going to be in this like all of us until
That's
we're
right.
old, man.
That's
It's
it.
a love of the game.
That's right.
You're watching Louisiana Football Magazine, guys. Be careful getting back. I want to thank Coach Sterlin, Gilbert, McNeese State, also Christian Bourgeois with Bourgeois Physical Therapy. We'll see you next week.